Hey everyone, Ashton Brightbach. So I can think back 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and the funny thing is that on Facebook we can see what we posted 5 or 6 years ago, and I see these posts that come up, and all the posts are like, I'm tired, I don't want to do this, just a bunch of negativity. That's it. And really, when I think back to that day, to those days, I should say, I remember feeling that way. Like I was always tired. I was always down. I would see people's posts and think that their life was so amazing, and I'd get depressed because I'd look at mine, and I had children at that time. Yes, children, love them. But I felt like I wasn't doing anything for them. I was living off the state. I didn't have a job, so taking care of them was what I did. But yet I don't feel like I gave them everything at that time either. I didn't take care of them how I should have taken care of them. And, it was this cycle of being addicted to cigarettes, being addicted to games, being addicted to negativity. I can't tell you over and over, what we focus on is what we get. And that's what I focused on. I focused on the negative. I used to sit there and water everyone else's grass on their life because it was always greener on their side, but it's because I was watering that. And I wasn't doing anything for my life. It was always like, why me? Why do all these bad things happen? Why can't I make something of myself? Why do I not have a career? Why am I stuck where I'm at? And it was because that's what my mind built around. So I couldn't even push myself to go forward because all I kept thinking about was where I was at and all the stuff that happened to me. I didn't look at what I could do and take a leap of faith and make something happen. So something that was a life changer for me, of course, my back surgery and the C-section that I had were both traumatic experiences that caused me to want to work on my health. And I really didn't think that I could afford it. Like I said, I had hardly any income coming in, had some child support coming in. And so what I do? Well, let's see here. I could smoke cigarettes still, but I couldn't take care of myself and my family. And that was kind of the turning point of my life. So I decided to become healthy for myself, and this healthy journey turned into a lifelong journey. And the biggest thing was that I took a leap of faith into doing it. I was like, all right, I now had this strong why. Like I hear so many people that want to get their life together, financially, physically, emotionally. They're depressed and they have children, and it's heartbreaking to me because that's who I was. That's who I was, and I came out of that. Do I have to remind myself every single day on different things? Absolutely, yes. Because our mind is our greatest disability. It attacks us and attacks us and attacks us and attacks us over and over and over again, that we have to remind ourselves of these things. So anyways, I'm kind of getting off track, but I want to talk about being stuck and that you don't have to be in that situation. When you can decide to switch the flip that's in your brain, and instead of like, well, this is where I'm at right now, you're running on this hamster wheel, or you've heard of the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. you're not going to get it. You have to do something different in your life that is going to make a difference in your life. You have to change something in order for change to happen. I mean, you can wish on the lottery and possibly maybe even have it happen, or, something could, whatever. But in normal circumstances, you have to make a change. And our changes start with inside ourselves. So when I became a Beachbody coach, like after my back surgery, after the C-section, and I wanted to get healthy and fit, plus I wanted to grow an income, and I wanted to work on myself, I got a discount. So I joined as a coach, and one of our vital behaviors is personal development, and of course being a product of the product. So I was working not only my body physically, that made me feel great. I mean, we all know, you can research it, exercises, the endorphins and everything, you have more energy. You would think that you wouldn't, like, I'm working out, so I'm exhausted. No, you've got more energy for the rest of the day. You feel great physically, even though if you don't really want to do it in the beginning and you might be sore, you feel amazing. So I was working my body physically, and then I was working my mind. I didn't just start to read personal development. I dived into it, and then I took what I was reading and brought it into me. So what is it that you want in your life? If you can make a change, if you feel like you're stuck right now, if you feel that you're depressed, if you feel like you're in this battle and struggle, I can highly recommend checking out personal development. I have a passion, a big, strong passion for helping people achieve their goals physically, which started my whole transformation spiritually, emotionally, mentally, everything. But it started with my physical transformation. That's just the way that God put it in my life, because he knew that was going to be the step that took me everywhere else. But I had to make that decision, and it was really scary to start a business. I had no idea what I was doing. It was really scary to start a journey when I was 238 pounds and I couldn't do the heck what they were doing, but I did whatever I could. But I took that leap of faith. And I want you guys that are feeling this way to take a leap of faith and make a change in your life and realize what you're going to attract what you think on. So if you're thinking on the negative, you're going to get negative. If you think on all the drama and this and that and the ways of the world, that's what you're going to get. But if you start to change around what's inside of you, everything else changes. Now, this is kind of off subject, but have you ever wondered, you're like, why aren't people more patient? You're driving and these people are impatient, or you're like, why can't people be more kind like this or that? And it starts with you. Like, I noticed that when I started to become more positive, the people around me started to become more positive. They saw how my life changed and they wanted that. When I started to change my life physically, people saw that and they're like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it, right? She had back surgery. She was 238 pounds. She's got 3 kids at that time. And now I still have a full journey that I get to work on. But when I changed who I was, when I started to do, same with giving. You want people to be more giving of their time. You want people to be more giving. Well, then I had to do that. So you have to decide, you need to make a decision. And I can't tell you what it is that you need to do. But if you're wanting to make a change physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, message me. Let me help guide you We can talk about many different things that you can start with to change your life. But your first thing is making a decision and reaching out to grab help for it. I want everybody, like I said, I have this passion to help people, especially mothers, because I've been there. I've been the person that was living off state, feeling depressed, like all these horrible things happened in my life. And then even when I was in the business and I had a, I got off state, we had a house and then a breakup. Then I was homeless. And then I was able to get into a home and pay for it with the income that I had. And to me, it was only by the grace of God. But yes, I worked, but I prayed that He'd bring me people. And it just goes to show that I have a passion to help people change their lives, no matter what their circumstances is. My team is called Believe to Achieve Team. And what it stands for is once you can start believing in yourself, once you can start believing that things can change in your life, once you start that belief, you can achieve things. You can achieve freedom. You can achieve freedom from addiction, achieve freedom from your mind. You can achieve freedom from negativity. All these things you can do, but you have to believe and you have to take action on that. I know I've been talking long enough, and I just thank you guys for all of you that are listening to me ramble on. Make a decision. You don't have to stay in the situation that you're in. You don't have to stay stuck where you're at. That's a place that you're choosing to be in. Let someone help you. Let someone guide you. And make the change today. Have a wonderful day, guys.